Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you why I moved to South Dakota. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to share any huge details right now, but in short, well, I'll lay the groundwork first. The reason I feel the need to make this video is because I feel like there's a lot of things that haven't been communicated, and I can feel the disconnection, and so I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible while still protecting some privacy that I would like to protect right now in my life. Probably share some things in the future, possibly, whatever, but for now I just want to connect with you as much as possible and be as transparent with you as much as possible when it comes to what's going on in my life and the future of AROSSWELDING. So the reason I moved to South Dakota is for, like I said, some personal reasons. I've had some serious personal life events go on over the last 6 months or so, and service-based stuff has been slow in Oklahoma. Some of that was intentional for a while there, and whatnot, but because of the personal stuff that I had going on, it wasn't helping the overall picture, I guess you could say. So anyway, the reason I moved to South Dakota was because of the personal events that are going on in my life. I needed a place to go with the AROSSWELDING store, and so my brother kindly offered his shop space. He's got this little office space in his shop, and so I took him up on that offer, and here we are. You know that we've moved up here, and I just want to express my gratitude to all of you who have followed along over all the years, because we literally couldn't have done it without you. So I greatly appreciate every single one of you who have been following for a long time and who have followed every Friday, every step of this way. But anyway, so that's why I moved up here, is because of some personal events. And so it's really stretched me to think about, well, I'll just say this, I need to back up a little bit more still yet, is I almost considered shutting down the online store, but I decided that I really didn't want to do that. I even considered selling the YouTube channel, Yeah, right? Like, that's crazy, right? Whenever I actually looked into it, I was like, I could not do that to you. Like, literally, you're watching right now, you are the reason of my livelihood. We haven't got rich off of YouTube by no means, but it has been a way of living. You know, we make money on AdSense. Every video that we post every Friday, we make AdSense on. Again, it's not a get-rich thing, but it is a very, very handy tool to be able to connect with those who want to support or find value in the stuff that we put online. Whew. My mind has been very stressed and all over the place the last several months, and so I'm just feeling a sense of gratitude for you that are watching right now. Because the neat thing about being in the position to be able to share a part of your life with, you know, the internet, with a lot of people. A good thing to that is it does help buy your time. You know, I just said that we post videos and we get paid AdSense for them. That has been what's literally paid our mortgage and paid our bills since I quit pipelining. Again, it's still been stressful trying to grow the online business, the online trade school, and everything. But if I'm examining the positives, it just makes me so emotional because I'm so grateful for it. Because even though I've been stressed, if it wasn't for you, for YouTube, I mean, I would have made it, but I wouldn't have been able to have as much like freedom, you know, like time to think, time to strategize. And so I'm just extremely grateful for you. And so I don't even know where I was at other than, I considered shutting down the shop because I didn't have a place to go with all the product. But then I had a conversation with my brother several months ago about this vision that him and I had both had, and about creating an online welding supply one day. Like, I mean, me and my brother both, Rodney, we both dream real big. And so anyway, I pitched this idea to him, and I was like, it's not that I couldn't have shut down the store, but it's a combination of shutting it down. Like, it's a combination of having you, the audience, and the store that's already going, people that are relying on getting their circle burners, that are finding value in the circle burners. And so I feel obligated, is what I'm saying, to keep the store open. And then, not to mention everything that's already built with the store, how we could build on to that to create this bigger vision me and my brother are envisioning. We literally just had a meeting upstairs about trying to make our vision more clear, because like I just said, we're both very big dreamers. And so what comes with big dreams is like you kind of get scatterbrained or whatever. So and that's hard to do anything with, you know, whenever you come back to reality, when you get out of that fantasy mindset, because I love spending time in that fantasy mindset, but you got to come back to your current situation and start from there, you know. And but you got to get clear on that vision. So anyway, my point is if we both wanted a welding supply at one time, and I've already got, you know, AROSSWELDING has already got tools for sale and a system to sell them, why would I shut it down, you know? So I was like, I could move up there, we could join forces, more or less. So that's what Rodney and I have been doing, is joining forces. We don't know what that looks like. We're literally still in the midst of it. I just got moved up here 2 weeks ago, roughly. And so it's literally proving to be difficult to merge, but I'm thankful for my brother because he is determined, he is committed. I mean, and so all that to say is he's got even though he seems scatterbrained on the surface sometimes, he's got the right gut when it comes to wanting to organize it, and so do I. And so, and we both notice that our weakness is, you know, we get scatterbrained real easy. And so anyway, yeah, join forces. We don't know for sure what that looks like, but we do know that we want to continue to add value. Get this store put back together. It's a work in progress. I'll show you the update on the table legs. here shortly, or maybe you haven't seen that video yet. I filmed a vlog, so depending on when it goes up, you may or may not have seen the table legs yet. But anyway, I had Rodney's guys weld on some custom legs to this folding table that I found at the Restore. Anyway, get this store put back together, get it back up and going, because that's a whole nother deal that has happened with amongst all this life events in my life, is the store got shut down due to taxes and stuff. I think it's back up and going now. I've got a lot to learn in that area. But anyway, get it back up and going. Help Rodney get the service base going here in his business that he's got, because he's trying to operate a business all while taking on my extremely heavy life event. And so yeah, help him get his business going. That's what I mean by merger. We're merging, we're helping each other. And so that's the plan moving forward, is Austin help Rodney, Rodney help Austin. We help each other. We have an online store and we have a service-based business to service the Spearfish, South Dakota community and surrounding communities with the welding business, all while continuing to share the story with you and add value to you. And in the education realm, again, I don't know what that looks like. Rodney and I have considered starting another YouTube channel, but I'm not sure yet. But I just know I want to share more with what's going on. I want to document it because, for one, I know that's interesting, but for two, it just helps. What is number two? Poof. I call that a poof whenever I have a brain fart. Poof. It disappears. I just want to share it because I want to be as transparent with you as possible. Like I said, I know it's interesting. I know you like keeping up, and I just want to share the process with you. You know what I mean? That is a way to add value to you, because you can learn. There's number two, is you can learn from it. Not only is it entertaining, but you can also learn whenever you're building your own businesses, because one thing that Rodney and I both like talking about and sharing is what we're learning. That's why we started that podcast. That's kind of rocky right now too, because everything that's going on, we haven't, had time, made time, whatever, because we're kind of all over the place. But that's why we started it, is because we want to share what we're learning to help those who are wanting to have their own welding business and grow their own welding business. We want to share our experience in hopes that it helps you. So one thing I've learned over the years from having a YouTube channel is sharing in general. Like, I wouldn't have to teach anything. I could just literally share with you what's going on and you're learning from it. I almost guarantee that you've learned something just by listening to me talk right here on this video. And so just by sharing my life, I know that it's adding value to you and anyone who watches these videos. So that's why I want to share it, because I want to help. And I also enjoy the growth that comes, like making this video. Like I said, I was extremely nervous at first. I didn't have a huge plan going in. I took a couple of notes, but all I knew is that I needed to connect with you on a deeper level, because I could feel, based off the views. That's another thing. Not only did the business get shut down, but the views on the YouTube channel has been going. That's what I forgot to add in at the beginning of this video. The views have been going down for the last, they were going down a little bit last year. So I would say over the last year, they've kind of been steadily going downhill. And like I said, that's a lot of our income is the AdSense. So that creates a lot of stress, and plus no service-based stuff, plus huge life event, yada yada. I'm not trying to look for sympathy here. I'm just trying to be, again, transparent as possible. And so I truly have been enjoying the workshops, and thank God for the workshops, because that has helped us financially. But it's literally something I was wanting to do anyway, and so the first one happened to be right around the same time of this huge life event. So I just think that's a God thing, is all I'm saying. Is I've been wanting to do it. I done one, I was like, wow, this is amazing, this is cool, because I love the in-person feedback. And then the second one, me and Leo learned so much more, which brings me to the plan. I've got something exciting here, or I'm excited about, also still stressed, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the in-person workshops is what I'm saying here, because so that's going to be incorporated into whatever Rodney and I do. Once we get our vision clear, for one, I'm going to try to share more through vlogs at minimum, you know, just about what's going on with me and Rodney. But for two, oh, poof, there it goes again. Dadgummit. I'm telling you, my mind is in 19 different directions. But anyway, yeah, the workshop. Oh, the workshops. Oh, yeah, getting clear. The goal for Rodney and I is to get clear on what it is we're going to do, since we're both kind of scattered and we're both kind of like, you know, Rodney's got his own life events going on, if you will, as well as a lot of us do. Life is tough. And so we've both got to step up to the plate, is what I'm saying, and help each other. We about don't have any other choice. Let me just say it like that. But we're thankful for the growth. I know I am, and I know he is. Just he says it differently than I do, but I can tell he enjoys the growth from it. Extremely stressful, like I said, but the growth is amazing. So taking chances and doing things is huge for your personal growth. But it does take a lot of courage, just like sitting down and making this vulnerable video. It's not something I'm used to doing. I like to live in the fantasy world and just talk about the cool, fun things, but that's some of the personal growth that's coming from my life events, is that I'm learning to lean into the lean into the cry. Instead of, because once you because once you lean into the cry like that, it moves through you and you don't feel the need to cry anymore. Therefore, you don't feel the need to hold back the tears anymore. And so these are somewhat happy tears here. I just can't express. I just can't express my gratitude to you watching right now. I cannot express the amount of gratitude that I have. I never see myself with a YouTube channel. I didn't know the weight of it whenever I started, but I felt comfortable with sharing, because I don't know, because I was almost too, some would probably use the term arrogant to know, like, I was honestly excited for the opportunity, like the opportunity to become financially free. That's what I was excited about. And so I was just willing to just share whatever that took. That's all that I knew. Like, there was so much that I didn't know, is what I'm saying, which is one of the things because if I step back and I look at what my life is, and I think about all the people that have messaged me or stopped me and said how helpful my videos have been to them over the years, and like they started watching my videos whenever they started welding in the other pipelining or whatever, like if I just step back and I think of the magnitude of what I've done over the years and how I've shared and how that's helped, like it's incredible. And the weight of it honestly doesn't hit until, or it didn't for me, I should say, until a big life event where I had to consider not doing it anymore, and like seriously not doing it. and how that made me feel disconnected. Like the thought of selling the YouTube channel just sickened me. Like I was like, I could not do that to you. Or at least the way I think about selling it. There might be some creative ways or whatever, but the way I was thinking about, like it would just, you know what I mean? Because the YouTube channel is me. Like you and I have got a connection, right? Like I would say you more so with me because you see me and my personality, and I don't know you. I haven't seen every one of you, so it's different, but there's still a connection there because of the messages, because of the in-person, the people I have met in person. And like I'm thinking about the workshop attendees right now. It's like it's just so humbling, and so I'm just so grateful. I'm getting off track again all over the place, but I'm just so extremely grateful for this iPhone sitting in this tripod, for you watching this video, for YouTube, for all the things that make this possible. And I don't take it lightly. I also don't know, how to manage it all or whatever, and that's okay, but I'm doing my best. I know this is a good place to start, which is just being transparent as possible. And so the plan moving forward, see, I done poof, kind of gone again, poof. But that's real life. That's what's going on here. So the plan is to figure out what Rodney and I look like together. We're going to help each other. We're going to build something amazing, and serve. That's our goal, is to serve. Serve the local community. Serve you. So the bigger community. We just want to serve. We want to use our talents, my pipeline talents. But in general, when I say my pipeline, I'm talking about the branch workshop. But really just those talents, my fabrication talents, Rodney's talents he's learned over the years. We want to share what we've been given with the world. And so that's one thing I know for sure is clear. But as far as the avenue and the most, the most strategic way to get to a certain, from a business standpoint is what I'm saying. Like how do we add the most value with where we're at? So anyway, that's the plan, is to figure that out, keep on going, get the store put back together, get Mid-State going, and we can't do it alone. That's one thing we know for sure. Rodney already has a lot of help and a good community around here, good church family around here. He's met a lot of entrepreneurs in the area, and I'm so grateful for them. Again, that's one of the reasons I moved up here, is because he's built a good foundation as far as community up here, and I'm just extremely grateful for that. And so anyway, do that. As far as current events, May 3rd and May 4th is the next workshop. And so if you want to be a pipeline welder, I invite you to that. It's going to be here in Spearfish, AROSSWELDING.school. And then some exciting news. I have sold what I'm calling a traveling workshop to a client in Florida on May 15th and May 16th. Leo's going to go out there with me, Leo and his boy, and my videographer Joel. So Caleb is Leo's boy. He's got into photography and stuff, and he took some great pictures that I still have yet to share on Instagram because my plate has been way overflowing. But anyway, super grateful for Caleb, Leo's boy. He's amazing. But anyway, Leo and him both. I couldn't do these workshops, and they wouldn't be as valuable without Leo and his family, I should say, because Leo's fiance helped with the first one. So it just warms my heart to have help. I'm so used to doing so many things myself, either used to it or I still have this subconscious thought that I need to do everything myself, and that's just not reality, especially with the big vision. So anyway, I say all that to say is we're going to Florida May 15th and May 14th to put on a traveling workshop. This one's a little bit different. This guy he owns his own construction company and has like 5 or 6 rig welders working for him, and he also owns a couple of rental companies, I think he said, equipment rental companies. But they do like a lot of like big metal buildings, like I call it farm work, but I mean like welding on galvanized stuff. I don't know, for like dairies and stuff. It's not pipeline work is all I'm getting at. But he reached out to me and seen if we could put on the branch workshop for his guys to try to help them become, the way I put it, or the way what I gathered from him was, he wanted me to use my communication skills that he's seen over the years with me, how I teach or whatever, and how I describe stuff, to help the welders that work for him become just more patient with their craft, is the way I would say it, like or take more pride in their craft, maybe. I'm using my words carefully because I don't want anybody to take it wrong. And so anyway, with the neat thing that he was able to see, and that I can definitely see, my mind goes crazy with the branch when I think about what we can do with the branch, because I've mentioned this in emails and shorts and stuff that I've posted trying to promote the workshop, which is how valuable the branch, the 12 on 12 branch test is for just honing your skills in general, because you can learn so much from doing that. Like you can become a better craftsman just by taking the branch and doing your best on the branch and practicing it. Like, it is a one and all like welding course kind of. And so anyway, even though they're not looking to be pipeline welders, I'm looking forward to seeing how the branch can help them become better craftsmen. Let me just say it like that, to try to stay out of the weeds there, because my mind goes crazy about all the possibilities. But we're going to Florida. I'm excited about that. I'm bringing Joel, my videographer. He's the one that filmed and produced the video of our second workshop. That's why it seemed more staged or whatever. It's because it was professionally produced. Joel's awesome. He's from, is he originally from California? I think he's originally from there, but he lives in Oklahoma now. Anyway, awesome dude. Super grateful to know him. He watches the YouTube channel. He's probably watching right now. Hey Joel, what's happening, brother man? Thank you for being here, and thank you again, man. Golly. Anyway, I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful for every single one of you right now. And so, yeah, super good at his job. The part that felt, unnatural to me was me like reading from a script, which is good it's good for producing wise, but for me, I have trouble communicating. What I'm trying to do here is not put the blame of the staged feeling on Joel, and I don't even mean staged feeling. I just mean it didn't feel like me in the video. From your point of view, those of you that have watched the channel, if you watch a lot of my real-time in-person doing a project, sharing more myself videos, when you watch that produced video, it can seem very staged. That's because it's produced or whatever. And so the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I got some feedback from another viewer, and talking about how the YouTube channel seems a little staged, and it was right after that video went up. And so I'm just addressing that and I want to address the fact that Joel is amazing. I am the one who was struggling with authentic, like being able to be myself because of again, I'm blaming it. I don't even like using the word blaming it, but like it's because of where I'm at in life right now, and so much that I have going on in life while trying to do that workshop and produce, this video or whatever. And because of my focus, like, and just getting used to, that was like the first video that me and Joel did together, so it just wasn't as I wasn't as authentic as I wished as I would have been. Everything I said was extremely true, but it wasn't like I was reading from a script is what I'm saying. So I think honestly, if I'm being completely honest, there was a lot of insecurity around that feedback that I got from that viewer, and that's what this is. This is just insecurity coming out because I feel like I need to explain myself. But anyway, moving forward, that's what's going on, and I just felt the need. I'm excited to work with Joel some more. I'm excited that he's going to Florida with us because I want to capture that and share it with you, and I want these workshops to be better, even if I can't. Well, again, thinking more ahead in the future, my ultimate goal was to do at least 2 more workshops in Cushing in 2025. I don't know if that's reality. That depends on what happens with me and Rodney and how focused we stay and whatnot. Because I thoroughly enjoy doing the workshops, but I also need to figure out where I fit in here at Midstate and what that looks like. And so, yeah. I appreciate you being here. I think that's all that I need to share, and I hope it was helpful to help you learn, feel more connected to me and know, whatever, help you feel more connected and, mostly just feel more connected and trust, you know what I mean? I hope you feel, just more at ease or more connected. Connected, that's the word I'm looking for. Hope you feel more connected now that I was able to have the courage enough to make this video and share it with you. So I'm gonna drink some coffee and go upstairs to the office and upload this video. Still drinking coffee, although I have switched to decaf, by the way, because of my stress level. My stress has been really, really high over the last several months, and I heard that cortisol spikes your stress level, so I'm switching to decaf. Been drinking decaf, but still coffee. And so, anyway, as far as an update on the store, some of you might be wondering. Yeah, I've got all kinds of tax stuff and whatnot that I need to get my mind wrapped around. I got to get settled in here, get with a tax person up here, and got a lot of back end stuff to get sorted out. But I'm hoping as soon as possible, because I know you're waiting on your circle burner, and I feel that weight. I hear you. Again, I appreciate you being patient, and I appreciate all of your support. And if you want to get notified whenever the store opens back up, you can text the word shop to 405-643-7176, and we will text you whenever the shop is back open for business. And look forward to videos of us shipping packages in here. And so, yeah, I feel like there's more. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but anyway, I can always share more in a short or in another video. So I'm thinking about upcoming videos. Well, anyway, stay tuned. We'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you so much for being here. Have an awesome evening, morning, day, whenever you may be watching this. And remember, I absolutely love you. I'm so grateful for you. And remember, learn something every day. And another term that I want to share that my brother has, again, I'm extremely grateful for him. His saying, he shared it on the podcast, but we've shared it on the podcast if you watch to the end of the podcast, but his saying is, there's always a way. He started that saying by his guys in the shop, because he's got a couple of young guys in the shop, and sometimes they are like, hey, how do I can't figure this out, like what do I do? And so Rodney, he's a great father, by the way, because he does this with my niece as well. And wanting to cry again. Yeah, instead of figuring it out for them always, he tells them there's always a way. That way, inspiring them to be more resourceful. And I've needed that over the last several months. And so I'm so grateful for him, and I wanted to share that with you. So just remember, there's always a way. I'm only trying to keep the tears. I want to let them out because I know it's important to let them out, but I'm trying to keep them short because I don't want to edit this video. I just want to leave it uncut and raw. So anyway, remember that there's always a way. It does take courage, though. That's one thing I'm learning, is it takes honesty and courage. Honesty with where we're at in our situation. True honesty, no minimizing, no whatever. Honesty. It takes courage to do the hard thing, to communicate and be vulnerable, like I'm doing now, for example. Or to, make that phone call to somebody. Like, it takes courage. Courage is a huge part of doing things and getting to where we want in life. It's having courage to make the phone call, to reach out, to ask the girl on a date. You know what I mean? Like, it takes courage to do that. But there is always a way, but it takes those things. So anyway, learn something every day, and remember there's always a way. And to add a cherry on top of all this, what another add-on to what my brother says to Stella, his daughter. She's 5 years old, and he tells her there's always a way. Sometimes we just need to help. And the reason that gets me so much emotionally is because I've lived 30 some years thinking that I need to do it all myself. And I say 30 lightly, well, kind of, essentially thinking that I need to take the burden, or thinking that I can even control life myself, because that's not reality. That's why that one tugs on the heartstrings, is because it's so complex. I didn't mean to get this emotional. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just having a lot of internal stuff that I'm going through right now. But I will say I can tell that it's healing again. I just want to make this I had to let it out so I could keep talking. Uncut, raw, real. It's beautiful to me how awesome of a father that Rodney is. And it's cool that by him sharing that with his kid, how I, at 30, almost 35 years old, can find so much value in that and learn from that. It's just so beautiful to me, and that's how I know. That's how I know I'm right. That's how I know I'm right where I need to be, even though it seems impossible. some days, as far as stressfully, like financially or whatever, it seems like it. I'll just say it like this. This is one of the most difficult life events I've ever went through, but it's the most it's the most what's the term I used? Impactful. I was using a term a few months ago, like it's the most difficult thing I've ever been through, the most gut-wrenching thing that I've ever been through, but it's been the most like amazing thing as well. And I'm so thankful that I have that perspective and that I'm like grateful for the growth and stuff. And so all that to say is I know this is where I'm supposed to be, right up here in South Dakota with my brother and my niece right now, and my brother's wife's family and everything, and Ronnie's community he's built up here. I know it's where I need to be, even though I still feel kind of like a fish out of water sometimes because it's not home. You know, I mean, I've traveled pipelining, but I haven't moved away from home, and I'm used to like doing my own thing. Like I'm used to having a community that's known Austin Ross his whole life. Like I was born and raised in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and I have people around there that I've known my whole life, that I met when I went to welding school, that I met going to church with, and like that reach out to me for their welding. So it's scary to be in a new area and to be putting your faith into a future that you don't have a clear plan for. But that's part of what I'm learning about surrendering the outcome, because that's another huge aspect of what I'm learning in life right now. So anyway, there's always a way. There's always a way. Sometimes we just need some help. And so for me, learning that it's okay to ask for help, being vulnerable enough to say, hey, I can't make rent this month, or hey, it's like just being real with how, again, being honest. That way you can ask for help when you need it. That's some of the stuff that I'm learning through watching my brother. It's crazy. We're just two totally different people, I guess, kind of in a sense, and so I'm able to learn so much from him. And so anyway, there's pros and cons to both, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm definitely fixing to get down a rabbit trail. I'm going to try to close it there. I appreciate you staying until the end. Stay tuned for updates. Text the word SHOP to 405-643-7176 if you want to get notified whenever we open this online store. And thank you for being here. I absolutely love you to the moon and back. Way more than that, actually. And I'm grateful for you. Thanks. We'll catch you in the next video. Talk soon. Much love.